Zimbabwe businessman Trevor Ncube has received a lot of bashing after posting a Twitter thread in which he accused Citizens Coalition Change leader Nelson Chamisa of having dictatorial tendencies, which he said is not good for Zimbabwe as the country needs a principled opposition. Ncube is the chairman of Alpha Media, which publishes Newsday, The Standard and The Independent, as well as an online television channel Heart and Soul. Ncube also hosts his own YouTube talk show In Conversation with Trevor. He said he had decided to post the thread because people were afraid to speak against Chamisa because of the potential backlash. "And why is this any of my business?" he asked. "Because a strong and principled opposition is important for prosperity. Because of the danger of electing another dictator to State House. Criticism and transparency strengthen leaders and institutions." The thread read, "I am making this thread with a deep sense of love for my brother in Christ, Nelson Chamisa. The same kind of love and frankness that characterized the meeting he requested in my office a while back. What people very close to Nelson say to me concerns me. These people say they have given up on Nelson but can't tell him that he is not a leader, that he is not a Democrat. Some of these people have suggested exploring a third way, which I have since given up on, although Robert Chapman's effort could be just that. These people say Nelson does not want to be accountable, that he feels threatened by people such as Tendai Biti, Welshman Ncube, Job Sikala, Hopewell Chinono, etc. Those who remain around him do so because they see him as a ticket to their own political ambitions. These people are frightened by the dreams that Nelson shares of him hearing from God. Dreams of him being told he will be at State House until old age. Most fervent Christians hear from God, but there is always purity to what God says to us. My own prayer for Nelson is that he realizes that successful national leadership is always a product of a strong team of rivals. Men and women who disagree passionately but are united around the big picture. Weak people, yes minister types, are why Zimbabwe is where it is. I am speaking out because nobody else will say this publicly because they are frightened of Nelson and his supporters. People think criticizing Nelson weakens the opposition. A leader who can't stand scrutiny in opposition will be a dictator once elected into office. Foreign diplomats also share their deep concern, and so do NGOs who have previously supported Nelson. The military, intelligence believe they have Nelson under control. His supporters clearly don't know this and they follow blindly. And why is this any of my business? Because a strong and principled opposition is important for prosperity. Because of the danger of electing another dictator to State House. Criticism and transparency strengthen leaders and institutions. One of the people that criticized Ncube was Tubani Mpofu, who was the lead lawyer in Chamisa's Constitutional Court challenge of the 2018 presidential elections, which Chamisa lost. "You are better than this Buddhas. If Nelson is your brother, express your concerns to him in private. If he is an opponent, make an unveiled frontal attack and expect a response. This rubbish is beneath you and please take the name of Christ out of it," Mpofu said. But another opposition leader, Linda Sungirirai Masarira, backed Ncube, saying, "Thank you for being truthful, honest. We have said this before, labeled all sorts of names, even allocated parties we are not even members of because people don't want the truth. hoping he hears the sentiments you have raised and self-corrects, otherwise hapana hapana. Most of those who bashed Ncube said so in unprintable words. Stanley Malambo, however, suggested that Ncube invite Chamisa to his talk show. I humbly request that you invite at Nelson Chamisa to be a guest for the In Conversation with Trevor show. You ask all the questions that you have and he responds on his own, he said. Wilbert Nyangari also said Ncube should give Chamisa a chance to respond. Thank you at Trevor Ncube for this thread. It's quite candid. Can't we have a platform where Nelson responds to these concerns, allegations? We all as Zimbabweans have a duty to do right for this country. If it's not for us, let it be for the next generation. Ncube responded, my WhatsApp and Twitter DMs are hectic. The people who claim to want change in Zimbabwe have frightened many people from speaking out. This does not sound like a new Zimbabwe that these people want. Sounds like ZANU PF 2.0 to me. I am having none of it. Chamisa launched his 2023 campaign strategy on Thursday, which he said had 5 pillars. 1. A Citizens Campaign Volunteers Program 1+5.2. Citizens Representatives Candidates. 3. Securing the citizens' vote victory, the Win Big Strategy. 4. Alternative Policies, the New Great Zimbabwe Blueprint. 5. The Global Advocacy for Change. It is not clear whether Chamisa was responding to Ncube or not, but he tweeted today, avoid their bitterness, toxicity. Those who seek my life set their traps and snares for me. Those who seek to harm me talk of my ruin. All day long they scheme deception and lie. But I do not hear or open my mouth. Psalm chapter 38 verses 12–13. Blessed Sabbath, beloved. Chamisa is one of the most followed Zimbabwean politicians and has nearly 1.2 million Twitter followers.